nice. Well, seeing that last weekend, I didn't check.
Yeah.
You know, I just started and went wild. This weekend would be a good idea if I just double checked that things were actually live. So just give me a second.
No
I'm
stress.
just going to go to YouTube on my phone. So, Oleg, it's just you and me today.
We're gonna miss Lester.
We're going to miss Lester.
Yeah. But he's in, where is he? He's in Wales.
I don't know. I think he said he was. I was actually looking. He said he's in some rural area. Okay, rural area is good. I can live with rural areas.
But like, I don't think he's in England. I think he's in Wales. Or
He's next door.
Yeah.
He's 20 kilometers away
But it's-
in Wales.
He's in a different part of the kingdom.
it's like living on the border of Lesotho and just driving down the road.
But does he live on the border? I thought he was just
No,
outside London type
No,
of
I
thing.
think he's in Kent,
Yeah.
that area. Probably my geography knowledge of
UK
the UK
is
is
terrible.
probably like an American's knowledge of South Africa.
Yeah.
Actually, the rest of the world. Oops, sorry. You see, now I got distracted, man. I was supposed to be looking at whether I'm live was live. Doesn't look like I'm live on Facebook. Double check here. Go live. Yeah. Gotta click the go live button. That's hard.
Gives such a satisfaction, you know, when you click it.
You would have thought that after doing this like 23, 24 times that I would actually be able to get my shit together.
But look, it's an experience. It's an experience, and this experience that you're getting, so it's awesome.
Yeah. So it's just.
It takes time, effort, and money to actually fine-tune things to the point where, you know, things are just flowing.
Yeah. Cool.
My voice sounds weird.
Yeah. So definitely we're alive. Cool, man. Let's do this. So I think the best part of today's show, okay, besides the fact that Lester's not, unfortunately not with us, but
We're
he
gonna
will
miss
join
him.
us. Yeah, we're gonna miss him.
We're gonna
But
miss Lester.
we're in the studio,
Yeah.
right? So welcome to the
What's
Bearded
this
Fen podcast studio
Yeah.
for the first time. We are social distancing, and we did measure the distance. I will sanitize the microphones before and after every session.
Yeah. Well done. Well done.
Well, talking about
Just
that,
don't sanitize them too much.
yeah, well, I don't know. How would I sanitize this?
You would wipe it.
I would. I
Wipe
suppose
it.
I should have a sock on here. Maybe I should
Yeah.
just put a condom on here.
But that defeats the whole purpose of the cardio microphone, right?
Well, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how well it works. It would sound like it's
Yeah. You sound like you're underwater.
like I'm underwater. Yeah. So yeah. So we in. I suppose we've got to play the intro music, man.
Let's play it.
Otherwise it's not Weekend Craic. Eh?
Players.
So I was thinking, seeing this is like a sort of like a Irishy kind of theme song.
Could be
It's like-
also washy.
Yeah, that's true. But I was going to get my, I thought as an intro video
Yeah.
to the Weekend Craic, that I would get my daughter to Irish dance.
Oh, that would be
to
cool.
this.
That would be cool, yeah.
Yeah,
That would
I
be
need
cool.
to get my shit together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, there we are. Well, Weekend Craic, we pulled the trigger a little bit early, but we're in the studio for the first time.
In a long
And
time.
In a long time, yeah. I've had to shift my. So I don't know Monday morning when I'm going to be working,
Yeah.
because I mean I'm also using this as my office while I'm working from home.
Yeah.
I suppose I can just sit here, right?
Yeah, you can. You can.
Yeah, I'll just sit here, put my laptop there, use my, because I use that screen as.
But you
There's
can
a
also
second screen.
rearrange the monitors, you know, like.
But that's why, yeah. But it's like, you know, to do it on a regular basis, it's just.
But you're
it's a
not
bit
doing
tiresome.
it on a regular basis.
Well, I suppose we were talking during the week about there's a podcast series that you want to do,
Yeah.
and I'm going to produce it
Yeah.
in inverted commas.
Yeah.
So,
No,
I
not
mean,
in
the whole
inverted
idea
commas, like in full commas.
Yeah, it's full commas. So Capitals.
Capitals.
Capitals. So, I mean, that's why we were playing around this morning with the studio, just to see how we can set it up to have guests. So it's a good exercise. But the idea is that once I've got it set up, I don't want to have to continually swap it around and all that. So
Yeah.
I think I might as well just leave it like this on Monday morning when I go back to work,
Yeah.
when I go from my house to my office,
Yeah.
which is the podcast studio. Yeah.
But does it mean that you're gonna have to have like you're gonna have to have your podcast studio and you're gonna have to have your office?
Yeah. I wonder if I
Like-
can claim twice on my tax return. See, because I could always say that room that I've got my 3D printers in,
Yeah.
I could always say that that's my office
Yeah.
for work.
Yeah.
And this is my office for my podcast.
Yeah, but that's all one office essentially. It's gonna be like, because it's an area calculation, so it's like
Yeah, no. But I mean, from a business point of view.
yeah.
Anyway, don't worry.
It's just one area. They joined it.
But I mean, the rent for this
yeah.
is an expense on my business,
Yeah.
if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Not in
then-
inverted commas, it's legitimate.
Yeah, legitimate. And
Yeah.
then my other study
Yeah.
is the office for my day job.
Day job, yeah.
Well, that's my personal tax return,
Yeah.
and then this would be my business tax return.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, so I can claim twice.
You can I think you
Who's
should
the
need,
who's the
you
who's
should
the
need to get an advice of a tax
who's
consultant.
the head of SARS? You know, like we used to talk about MI6
Yeah.
listening into Lester
Like,
while he's doing the
our
podcast.
guys are definitely not
No.
listening.
And the feed, the
Yeah.
fee's not going to go down today because
Yeah.
we mentioned MI6.
Yeah.
But I wonder what happens in South Africa if they're monitoring our thing, and then we start talking about controversial things in South Africa that they, you know, what is the South African equivalent of the MI6?
I think we've got a state security service.
Yeah, but
I
then there's
haven't-
also like the national intelligence or
No, it's
Like-
just I think they got rebranded as a state security
Yeah.
service. So
Yeah.
it's state SSA.
and where does the SIU fit into the special investigations?
I
unit?
think that's more part of the Hawks. So
Yeah.
it's more part of the like special investigative directorate
Yeah.
type of structure.
Yeah. So I mean, can you remember the Scorpions
Yeah.
that
yeah.
were before the Hawks?
Yeah,
The Scorpions seem to be more effective than the Hawks.
yeah.
Because, like, every time you turn on the news, the Hawks were raiding some place
Yeah.
for whatever, organized crime or whatever. Like, when I turn on the TV now, not that I really do that often, but you don't really hear very much about the Hawks swooping in on
No.
illegitimate
No.
or corrupt businesses. Anyway,
No.
let's not get into politics.
Yeah. That's a
So I see that they've extended the state of emergency in South
Until?
Africa until the 15th of October,
okay.
but they're talking about going down to level 1.
What are the repercussions of going down to level 1?
Well, I don't know what changes because I don't know.
I think the
since we've
international
gone-
travel will be allowed on level 1.
hopefully.
Yeah.
But I mean, since we've gone down to level 2, I don't know. It seems like things have gone back to normal. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So did I tell you the story about going to Brian Lara last weekend?
No, you didn't.
So Mark and I got together and we had some drinks at Brian Lara. So when you
Mhm.
get to Brian Lara, you get to the front door. Like
Mhm.
you have to have a mask,
yeah.
sanitize.
Yeah.
Okay, all standard stuff we're like super used to now after the last 6 months. And then they're taking your temperature and your personal details, name
Yeah.
and cell phone number. Great. So you
And the
can't
time-
enter.
and the time, right?
Yeah, and the
The
time.
yeah.
You can't get into the restaurant unless you've got a mask.
Yeah.
And if you don't, they'll give you one, like a disposable one.
Okay, cool.
All right, that's cool. But the problem is you never once you're in, you don't actually need the mask.
Yeah. Well,
because
you can't,
everyone else,
you can't eat with a mask on,
no,
right?
and drink. But I mean, so it's not like someone is like, put their mask on, chat, take your mask off, have a drink,
Yeah.
I know
That's a
that's a
mission
bit tedious.
impossible.
I know exactly. But what I'm saying is that once you're in the restaurant, there are no rules.
Yeah.
So it's like you almost feel like now things have gone back to normal. But it's
Well,
ironic that when you get to the door,
Yeah.
you can't get in unless you've got a mask.
Yeah.
Fair enough. But like if you go to the toilet, they say you need to put your mask on. But I mean, you forget. I mean, I was there. I'm super conscious. I mean, you know, based on the fact that we work for a company that's quite. I was going to say
Safety conscious.
I was going to say anal, but but safety
conscious.
Safety conscious.
Yeah, yeah.
So you're constantly assessing the risks and all that kind of stuff. Is that all of a sudden the switch flips in my head, and how quickly do you forget about the sort of?
Oh, you forget very quickly.
Forget very quickly.
You know what I've done is that when I'm going shopping,
Yeah.
and sometimes it's like really quick, pop into the shop, get the groceries that I need for the week or for the day or whatever, and then pop out. But because this whole process happens quickly, and I try to do it during like lunchtime, so between 12 and 1.
So
And
while you're talking, I am listening. I just want to do something quickly.
no stress. And on a couple of occasions, like I almost forgot my mask, and like
Oh, I've done that.
I almost forgot my mask. So what
I've had to come home.
what
to
I
get my mask.
what I decided on is that I'm actually going to keep a couple of disposable masks in the vehicles.
Yeah.
That
Well, yeah, I've got a couple of buffs and a
Yeah.
mask, just in case, like, you know, pick up my daughters and
Yeah.
we need to go to the shops and they've
Yeah.
forgotten their mask. We've got a mask in there. Yeah.
oh, that's very clever. That's very clever.
Yeah, but
So-
I don't know. What do you think? Do you think these buffs actually work as protection?
Yeah. So for example's sake, it doesn't really work as a protection against picking up the virus. It definitely works as a protection against if somebody is sick, right?
Yeah.
To lower the transmission rates. So, and the reason why they're basically advising everyone to wear the mask is because you often don't know who's sick and who's not. Even the
Oh,
people who
yeah.
could be sick don't know whether they're sick or not. They're not sick. You don't know what that window of transmission is when
Mm.
you become infectious and the virus spreads. So,
Yeah.
but on a different note, how was your week?
My week was actually good. If you want me to rate it, I'll
Rate
give
it.
it. I'll give
Rate
it a
it.
7.
Right.
Give it a 7.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So, like
Work
what's
is still busy.
special?
No,
What's
work is still
special?
busy.
Yeah.
It's not as busy as it was, and I'm on top of things, which is a couple of things that are lagging. But I think I get a little bit frustrated when there's not enough time to do the stuff that I've in my mind planned that I want to do.
Okay.
So I get a bit, you know, if anything, you know, it's funny. If we talk about things that stress you out or that would affect my rating for the week,
Yeah.
like work stress doesn't really stress me out. You know, like the things that are happening at work and there's pressure from work.
Yeah.
That doesn't affect me in that way.
Mhm.
What affects me is like where I set myself a goal and then I don't achieve it.
Yeah,
Either
yeah.
through my, you know, being procrastinating or not planning properly or whatever, and then I don't achieve what in my mind. Obviously, you've also committed to other people, but the fact that I've committed to other people and I don't meet that doesn't stress me per se, because I like to manage it with those people. If I see I'm not going to make it, then
Mhm.
obviously I'm communicating with them and telling them, managing their expectation. I said I'd have it by Monday. Sorry, I couldn't get it. It's taking a bit longer. I'll get it done by Tuesday.
Mhm.
So that doesn't stress me out. You know, having to go to someone and say, hey, listen, I'm not going to make it,
Yeah.
and manage it and have that conversation, that doesn't stress
Yeah.
me out. But the fact that I said to myself that I wanted it done by Monday and I didn't get it done, that stresses me out more than
Yeah.
anything. Anyway, so that's why this week, even though it's busy and it's hectic and there's still stuff lagging or whatever, I still, you know, it was a better week because the stuff that I planned to get done, I got done.
Okay, so you
If you
feel
know what I'm
like
saying.
some sort of
Yeah,
satisfaction,
satisfaction, yeah.
because you managed to hit quite a lot of the goals that
Yeah.
you've set for yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
No,
So
that's
that's why
awesome.
it's a 7. And I reckon next week will probably be an 8. Yeah, stand back.
happening? What's
Well, because there's a public holiday coming up soon.
you're on the roll.
I'm looking forward to
But that's
to
not next
taking.
week.
No, it's the week
That's
after.
that's a week
But,
after.
You know, I can start getting excited. about
Okay,
it.
no, that's awesome.
So I'm one of those guys. I don't get excited about something until so let's say I'm going down to Cape Town on holiday,
Yeah.
right? Like my old man will phone me and say, "Hey, so excited to see you guys. You know, you excited?" And he'll be like, let's say he phones me the Wednesday before we're leaving on the Saturday or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm like, no. I'm like, I haven't even thought about it. I haven't let myself think about it.
Mm.
The only time that I start getting excited,
You climb in the vehicle.
well, now if I'm halfway, when I get to Colesberg,
Yeah.
then I know, okay, tomorrow I'm going to be in Cape Town.
Yeah.
Then I'm excited.
No, I generally get excited. Like if we go anywhere, like when I climb into the vehicle, I think that's like when I climb into the vehicle, it's the actual checkpoint that's being crossed. You know, I'm actually on the way there, and I'm like, oh wow, this is gonna be awesome.
Yeah. So when I had my Land Cruiser, the only time I could get excited was when I actually arrived in my dad's driveway.
Yes, there is.
Because you never know whether you're going to make it or not.
But
No, I'm
you know,
joking.
Like the whole part of the thing is the journey as well. You know, it's the driving. It's like.
Yeah. But I mean, it's funny because I can remember when I was young and I used to go down to Cape Town. So like after school, but I'd started working, whatever. Now I'm going down to Cape Town on holiday. Geez, dude, I would do it in one day. I want to get there as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
Whereas like now, it's like, we'll make it part of the trip. So like, okay, we'll bang the highway down to Colesberg, stay there for the evening. And then after Colesberg, go off the highway. And then go down the sort of garden route thing, Croftnet.
Oh, that's
Berrydale.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. And it's beautiful scenery.
It's beautiful, yeah.
Nice places to stop. It's like very touristy kind of stuff.
Yeah.
R62, Ronnie's Sex Shop, that kind of thing. Actually, I wonder if Ronnie's Sex Shop has actually survived.
That's one place that would survive.
You think so?
Yeah.
So what's your rating for the week?
I would also give it a solid 7.
Okay, good.
I would also give it a solid 7, and I had a pretty good week, both work-wise and personally. Managed to do quite a lot of stuff that I planned for myself, not work-wise, but like did a couple of yoga sessions. I've managed to exercise and go for a couple of walks, and I slept better this week, I think, overall. So I felt more rested, more energized, and overall better.
Yeah. That's good because, like I said to you, I don't know. It's so funny because like on Thursday night, I slept like a fucking baby, man.
Yeah.
Slept like a baby. I don't know. Babies don't sleep that well.
Yeah.
No, I slept very well on Thursday night. Like so much so that on Friday morning, I thought, I just wish I could just have an extra hour or two sleep. I went to bed. I think I got into bed at 9:30 last night.
Wow, that's quite early.
Yeah, well, but 9:30 is normally my goal. My goal, yeah. Often I get to bed at 11, depending. But if I'm getting up early, I like to, like get to bed at 9:30, and then I know I can still get 7 hours and still wake up early.
Yeah.
Like get up early and do some stuff. And so I went to bed at 9:30. Flip 1:30 this morning, wide awake. And then I couldn't go back to sleep again.
That's weird. Something must have woke you up. Something.
Well, like I think now because it's getting a little bit warmer and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So like I'm getting a little bit hot during the night. So open the windows, turn the fan on. Yeah, I know, menopause, male menopause. Yes, something like that. Yes. Yeah. So we don't have Lester here this weekend.
I'm gonna.
So
miss
I hope
him.
he's enjoying. Let's see what he said on the group. He said, I'm not going to be able to make it tomorrow. I'm in a rural part of North Wales where connectivity is barely dial-up. Okay, but that's good. If you're going away, I think that's the best option is to have a place where you don't have connectivity.
Going away, you'd want to disconnect, and you just want to take a break from messages, WhatsApps, Facebook, everything.
Yeah. So when I went to Dahlstrom, I was actually surprised how, even though it's just like a 3-hour drive there. And you still got cell phone connectivity and all that stuff there. But I was just amazed how after working at home.
Did you get fiber in Dahlstrom?
Sorry?
Did you get fiber in Dahlstrom?
I don't know. I doubt it. I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe they do.
Yeah.
Cell phone signal's okay. It's not great, but it's okay there.
Yeah.
But I was just amazed at how taking that break, just for a couple of days, and just going there and not having anything to do, how it recharged my battery.
Yeah, no, that's
And I mean,
amazing.
like in this situation where been working from home and all that kind of stuff, and they're encouraging us now to take leave.
Yeah.
'Cause, I mean, a lot of people, we were talking about it earlier, a lot of people aren't actually taking leave because they're at home anyway,
Yeah.
if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Um,
But you should still take leave.
yeah, no, you should.
should, you
But then
should.
if you're taking leave, then you need to I know now it's eased up. You need to make sure that you're going away and not staying at home.
Yeah, but I even like on a couple of occasions I took leave and I stayed at home and like I just like to do stuff either around the house, you know, when we were at high level of lockdown and we couldn't like leave the provincial boundaries. Like I'll do stuff around the house, like go for runs in the morning and like have breakfast, take naps, you know, do stuff that like I wanted to do but didn't get a chance to or
Yeah.
didn't get to. That provided me with like quite a lot of, well, quite a mental reset as well.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely,
it's really good because you are in a different routine and you're taking
Yeah.
yourself out and putting yourself in a different situation.
yeah. So you know, my problem is when I'm
Yeah.
parking off at home, not working,
Yeah,
is that I've got such a long list of things that I want to do
yeah,
that just to chill and sit on the couch and just switch off.
you need that
You know
time.
what I mean? I can't do that at home because I'll be sitting on the couch, like, and after 10 minutes, 15, maybe half an hour, I'm already like getting a bit edgy because I know I could actually be sorting
Yeah.
that problem out. So it's a difficult thing to break. Whereas when you're going away, you've got no choice.
Yeah, you have no choice. You're like,
Yeah.
you're basically forcing yourself. And I completely agree with you. Like about 2 weeks ago, I went to the Val. I spent some time there. It was awesome, like just a mental reset. And I think I was getting to the point of like I was getting burnt out, and I needed that.
Yeah.
So it was nice, and it was like one of the last cold weekends before it started warming up and we started heading to the spring. And on Saturday, woke up, went for a run, you know, came back and parked off on the couch in front of the fire. Man, I was like fell asleep for like 2-3 hours. It was amazing.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So when you went away for the weekend, did you go for any hikes or anything like that?
No,
or
not
you
quite.
just-
Went for runs. Went for a couple of runs on Saturday and one on Sunday. The weather was pretty bad.
Oh,
You know, because it was that last cold weekend.
yeah.
So it was pretty cold.
Make you run faster.
Yeah, make you run faster. Yeah. No, but it was actually pretty cool, and it started raining on some stage. So, but it was nice. The whole point of going away, and Val is not too far. It's like an hour and a half away. So
Yeah.
it's beautiful place. What surprised me about the Val is like virtually no trees. There's like little
There's
little
nothing there.
peanut farms and bushes and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But there's no like really high trees. Despite like you're so close to the water.
Yeah.
And I haven't been
That's
there for a
interesting.
long time.
But you went to the Val Dam, right? It's
Yeah,
not Val River. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you been to the Val River?
Yeah.
Oh, I like going down there because you know Marco's family's got a place down there.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's so awesome. So awesome. If I had money. Fly there with my helicopter.
Yeah.
There are a couple of dudes there. They fly down there with a helicopter.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That is impressive.
Like you going down the
That's
river
like
on
what,
the
like
boat.
15 minutes, 15 minutes from Joburg via
Yeah.
helicopter
And then
flight.
they're the guys, jet rangers, parked there.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you like some people have a helipads there.
Yeah.
That,
Yeah.
that is impressive, man.
A couple of times when we were on the river there, a couple of
Yeah.
helicopters flying over, guys coming in.
But it's like so close to Joburg, like.
I suppose if you've got it, you've got it.
But you know, like I'm wondering, like for example's sake, like how this is gonna change, like the working environment. You
What?
know, in
Yeah,
terms
with
of
the
like you can easily work from the Val. You know, you can chill off. You have good
Absolutely.
connectivity there. You can easily. You can actually work from anywhere where you have connectivity. You can sit on the
That's
beach
correct,
in
yeah.
Mozambique and
Exactly. Yeah.
and work from the beach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, if you think about, like, I mean, you talk about these people that travel around the world
Yeah.
and they work while okay, maybe they've got online businesses or whatever.
Yeah.
It's now feasible. I mean, basically, change the mindset about being able to work remotely,
Yeah.
working for a corporate that
Yeah.
normally you're sitting in an office in a corporate. I mean, if you're in a function where you don't actually have to be in the office and you can do everything you can remotely,
Yeah.
like most of us, the kind of work that we're doing, we can. Like you say, you could be anywhere. You could be in Mauritius. You could be, wherever.
Mozambique.
I suppose
You can be like in the bush somewhere in Kruger National Park.
Yeah. As long as you got connectivity.
This is where I'm leading the topic. I don't know if you saw the news. So Elon Musk is busy launching satellites.
Yes.
And
for internet connectivity.
Satellite internet connectivity. And I think I saw the test results come out, and the guys are hitting like 100 megabits per second download, and about 40 or 50 upload speed, and that's like, in the rural USA. So obviously the initial goal is to basically focus on North America, but I think eventually it's going to be expanded to like a global based system.
Well, he was talking about Africa as well.
Was he?
Yeah, because this is a work related question, because we always have an issue when working remotely, working out in the field. That you don't really have reliable connectivity.
Oh, that's a big issue
like
for us.
VSAT and that kind of stuff. The stuff's there, it's available, not fast and rather expensive.
It's extremely expensive.
Yeah, so that's why, and we were talking about Elon Musk's initiative, and I went and actually just did some research on what his plans were, what the roadmap was. And I think Africa is involved, is included in his plan.
That would be amazing.
Because, that would help, obviously in Northern America, in Canada and all that would help
remote areas.
Out the field.
Yeah.
But in Africa, obviously, as well. Because that's probably one of the biggest challenges we have.
Yeah, that's a huge
from
challenge.
Our technology in capturing data in the field. Is not having that connectivity.
And
especially
transferring data and communication will definitely...
And think about the fact, like, when you're taking high-resolution photos of the core, that's the thing that battles...
Gigabytes of data.
Exactly.
Gigabytes of data that needs to be transferred daily. Daily. And I'm not talking about...
And it's one thing to be able... to schedule that to do it overnight is fine.
It's a mission. What I'm saying is gigabytes of data via VSAT.
I know. That's what I'm saying. But later in the... going forward, because it's always about contention on the network. Like if if they set that thing up and at night you're allowed to, you would have better bandwidth because there are less people using it in that area. Then you'd be able to upload those photos at night on a better system like Elon Musk's or whatever. Anyway,
that would be amazing,
dude. I'm looking at that bag.
I'm like,
and my stomach is like having a conversation with me.
Me saying, dude.
Right, so to celebrate doing the podcast in the studio today, we decided that we would order in some breakfast. We didn't go fancy. We just went with something that we know is going to be good. And that's the good old Wimpy cheeseburger. Right.
Hello to Wimpy from Emiratia.
Oh yeah. So this is halal. So we know that the people washed their hands before they were doing it. So who was I talking to yesterday? When I went to go get my my beard cut the other day.
Did you go for a beard trim?
Yeah, I went to the barberette to Burn at Handsome there in Parkhurst. So anyway, she was saying to me, the thing is, if you go to a halal restaurant, then obviously everything is clean because, what was she saying? She was saying, like you go to a restaurant and then they'll give you your cutlery in a plastic bag, sealed plastic bag. So, okay, it's clean. But the outside of the packet is obviously the plastic thing that it came in has been touched by a whole lot of other people. So you don't know. So your cutlery might be sanitized inside the packet, but the outside of the packet might not be. So you open the packet, now you've just got your hands dirty.
And then you need to sanitize.
So you need to go wash your hands.
Sanitize,
Yeah, sanitize. But if you're saying that if you go to a halal restaurant, then you know that because they eat with their hands there. You don't have cutlery. Anyway, I'm talking shit now. There you go, sir.
Thank you so much.
There should be some cold potato chips in there.
Awesome.
Because we've been talking shit for so long that the food's got a little bit cold. But it's fine. And now I'm gonna have to eat the burger.
It will still taste good.
I know, but you know what I mean. You know what I'm talking about. Because normally I eat a burger. There are your chips. When I eat a burger in a restaurant, I do it with a knife and fork.
Yeah.
Otherwise, because it's more difficult for the other people than for me, because I can't see what's happening here. But other people have a tendency to say, Andrew, you've got to...
You're leaving some for later.
Yeah, I'm leaving
You're leaving
some
for later.
So I don't know about you, I'm going to...
How's that? How's that?
Very, very good.
I love the sauce that they use. You know, like that chili reddish sauce.
Oh, it's good. It's really, really good. I suppose you can never go wrong with a wimpy burger.
And it doesn't get more South African than wimpy, right?
Yeah. Did you know that wimpy is actually a word in the dictionary?
No.
Yeah.
What does it mean?
Means burger. Check, we'll Google it. Wow, that's good. I had breakfast before you came. I didn't think I was going to be hungry
You serious?
to eat this, yeah. But neither do I. Okay, yeah, they're talking about a wimp. But I'm positive I saw in the dictionary somewhere. Yeah, maybe I got it wrong. Maybe it's in Urban Dictionary. Urban Dictionary, wimpy. Small and weak. Another name for a sloppy Joe. What's a sloppy Joe? Sandwich made with hamburger meat and tomato sauce. See, so it's another word for a sloppy Joe.
Used in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, but that sloppy Joe is used in Pennsylvania, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, it says yeah, I need some more chips to go with my wimpy. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder what came first. Wimpy as the name for the chain, or did they name it Wimpy because of there might have been a colloquial or slang for a burger?
Most likely
Wimpy.
because it was initially a burger chain.
So okay, when did Wimpy burger chain? Let's see if we can find any information on when Wimpy the restaurant. Wikipedia. Does Wimpy still exist in UK? Famous Brands has rebranded Wimpy in the United Kingdom to bring it in line with Wimpy South Africa. Okay, there you go.
That's interesting.
Yeah. See, our story. Anyway. Wimpy, it's even in Kuwait, eh? They got location in West Germany. Why can't they just call it Germany? Well, I wonder if there's
There's a story behind
New Zealand, Australia, India, Israel. Wow. It says here, the Wimpy brand was established in 1934 by Edward Gold when he opened his first location in Bloomington, Indiana, under the name Wimpy Grills. Yeah, so I have a funny feeling Wimpy's international. In 1954, Gold sold a license to, Leon's and Co. to use the Wimpy name in the UK. And then United Kingdom,
So
South
the-
Africa. Wimpy International opened its first South African
In Durban.
location in Durban in 1967. Wow. Jeez. Interesting. I'm always curious about where these things started, where the brand started. Because maybe we were talking about Woolworths and where it started, and it also started in America. So I wonder.
In the US or UK?
Remember, I had that chat. There was a guy that started Woolworths in America.
Yeah.
Then there was a connection to the shipping guy in the UK.
Yep.
And then that got into Australia. And then there was a
Yeah,
guy
you're
that
right,
was
you're
using
right.
the same shipping agent.
Yeah.
So the shipping company also financed, was also almost like a finance house as well.
Yeah.
So in other words, so almost I suppose how they financed them was giving them consignment stock
Yep.
to the place. And then this guy was shipping to Australia from the UK, or it's a UK company. And then he then hooked up with a guy in South Africa and said he could ship to the same, on the way kind of thing or whatever.
Yep.
And then that guy used the same name, Woolworths.
Yeah.
Yeah. But now Woolworths in the UK and Australia is different to
Woolies in South Africa.
Woolies. Yeah. Because we were saying Marks and Spencer in the UK.
Yeah.
And in Australia, what's the equivalent to Woolworths? It's
I don't even know.
ah man. Jeez, man. The guys on the Daily Talk Show talk about it a lot.
Yeah.
It's anyway, it's one of their big supermarket sort of chains that they go
Yep.
to. Yeah. Shit, are you done already? Or are you taking a break?
I'm done.
Are you done? Clearly, I talk too much. You can do the talking now. Anyway, that's good for you.
So what's the plan for the weekend?
Just like a weekend that I don't have my girls, then I'm just odds and ends and
Okay.
that stuff.
Nothing concrete.
Mm.
Okay.
Do the bike ride tomorrow morning.
Awesome stuff, man.
Gonna go to Cullinan.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Harry's Pancakes.
Are you going with Peter or
Peter, another guy, Chris, Glenn.
Yeah.
Glenn might join.
you serious?
Glenn from the Music Box.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Here's one thing. Glenn, who has the Music Box, he's just launched an underwear range for guys.
Yeah.
It's called, like jockey.
Yeah.
It's called cocky.
You serious?
And look, I mean, they're
Good for him.
premium underwear.
Yeah.
So they're more expensive than what you would buy
Yeah.
bare or probably, I don't know. How much is a Calvin Klein
Dude,
sort of pair of underrods?
underwear is expensive these days, man. Like I went
Like
to.
if you went to Edgar's and you bought a 3-pack of bare,
I think you're looking
you're
at
looking at
least
250,
250.
Yeah. So
That's not
that's how
cheap,
much.
dude.
Yeah, but that's how much you pay for one pair
Yeah.
of these cockies.
Yeah.
But you'll have these. I reckon you'll have these things for life.
Disclaimer: you'll need to wash them occasionally.
Anyway,
No,
they're
but
available. They're available at a shop up here in London
you serious?
called Frock You Up.
Oh, yeah.
Frock Me Up. Frock, yeah, something like that.
But easy distributing to like.
I think it's selling mainly on. Going to be selling online,
Oh, okay.
but you can get it at Frock You up the road here in London.
Mm-hmm.
$250.
How did he come up with the idea? Did you speak to him? Like,
Well, what happened
because it's
was.
such a different direction to like what he's doing at the moment in terms of the music scene. It's like,
Have you ever met Louise?
no.
Anyway, so Louise, she owns Frock You Up,
Yeah.
and I met her through Glyn,
Mm-hmm.
and Glyn asked her to make. He found a nice pair of underwear, quality underwear, when he was overseas or something. And
Mm-hmm.
he once asked her, could she not make him some more? Because I mean,
Mhm.
to get stuff from overseas is expensive.
It's a pain as well.
So she made him a couple of pairs of underrods
Mm-hmm.
based on those ones that he had brought back. I think this is the story. Okay, this is how I remember it. So, and then Louise actually made me some as
Mhm.
well. And then with lockdown
From
and
the
everything,
same design type of stuff.
from the same design, yeah. So she makes ladies' clothing.
Yeah.
So she's got a boutique shop up the road here. And so she made these jocks out of the offcuts that she had from the material
Yeah.
that she was using for her making her dresses and outfits and all that kind of stuff. So she just made me a couple and said, oh, try them out or whatever. So I tried them out and they're cool. I've still got them.
Mm-hmm.
Love wearing them. Very comfy. And so then during lockdown now, Glenn decided, well, you know, now's a good time to start.
To actually start playing around with it because, yeah.
And now he's made a slight modification to them. Just made them slightly longer, just so that they fit on your legs nicely, so they don't creep up.
Oh, okay.
Because I think the previous design and the material that you're using, it's like elastic,
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
well, I wouldn't say spandex, but maybe it is, kind of thing. So it did tend to creep up a little bit if you've got thick thighs.
Mm-hmm.
But now he's made them slightly longer, and now they fit better.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah. So I bought 2 pairs yesterday.
Yeah.
So I'm trial running them today.
That's cool.
I would show you, but you know. Well, I did say that the live stream was not for kids under 18. Eh?
No, yeah, but still.
Yeah. So anyway, so if anyone's looking for quality underwear,
Yeah.
frock you up in London, you can go buy some cocky underwear.
That's awesome, man. I think I saw that brand. And that's fairly recent, right? So it couldn't have been in the last 6 months. 2 months. Okay, no. Definitely didn't
imagine.
see it, yeah.
Anyway, with some useless information.
No, but that's cool. That's cool.
So
That's
anyway,
cool.
tomorrow Glenn might join us
That's awesome.
for the bike ride.
Please send the best regards.
I will.
What's the regulation like for him, like in terms of reopening the music box? Is it level 1?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'll chat to him. If he comes tomorrow, I'll chat to him and find out. Because I'm keen.
Yeah. I'm sure he's
Missing
got a
out.
lot of guys lined up. Because,
I hope so.
yeah.
I suppose, you know, there's so many aspects to the situation. One is the sort of like rules and the regulation
Yeah.
around it and whatever. And then there's also the comfort level of people.
Yeah, that's one of the...
No, so you almost get a sense of, okay, how comfortable are people coming? Because there you are, 60 of you
In the small...
in his basement,
Yeah,
which is pretty cool because it's nice and intimate and whatever.
yeah,
Some people might not be comfortable with that.
yeah,
Maybe everyone has to wear masks. Or I don't know.
yeah.
But it's like, I suppose when you're hosting something like that, I mean, it's such a fine line between someone getting ill and, I mean, what are you opening yourself up to,
Yeah,
risk-wise?
yeah.
What do you do? Slap a sign on the front end saying that you're entering at your own risk.
Mm.
Does that cover you?
I don't think it does.
I don't know.
It doesn't. Not during,
Well, I
like,
suppose
not
I
during
suppose-
the pandemic.
that could, yeah, but I mean, like, let's say you go into a place like, like Gold Reef City,
Yeah.
and they're saying that you go on these rides at your own risk.
Are these rides open now?
I don't know. But I'm just
Okay.
saying in general,
Yeah.
when you go to a theme park,
Yeah.
there's a sign there that says that you going on the rides at your own risk. So what does that it's like there's this indemnity that you're agreeing to.
It's like a blanket indemnity.
Yeah, but surely, but I'm sure there's a fine line. If they're negligent, right,
Mm-hmm.
then you can still hold them accountable.
Yeah, for
If
sure.
they're negligent. So like if they're not doing their maintenance properly
Yeah,
and something goes wrong and you get injured,
yeah.
surely you have a recourse. There's
Yeah.
some recourse there.
Yeah, for sure.
So, I don't know. So, Yeah, I'll chat to him and find out.
Yeah, please send the best regards.
Well,
On my side, it's going to be fairly low key. I'm going to try to go for a hike tomorrow morning.
where are you going? Where are you planning?
Thinking about not going far, like to PTA side, because a lot of the good hiking places are on Pretoria side. So I'm going to try. Remember that nature reserve we went to on a hike with a work group on one occasion called, I think, Cliff Repairsburg?
Where's that?
It's in the south. It's in the south, yeah.
You mean with 30?
With 30, yeah.
Suikerbossie or something?
Yeah.
So south?
South, yeah.
Is that where you going?
Yeah, 20k, 25k from Parktown, so.
So you did that hike that we did as part of the improvement groups that we had in the office. Is that the one you're talking about where 30 organized it?
Yeah.
And then we went down to that Suikerbossie and we went up that fucking hill like this.
Yeah. That hill was not that intense. It's
No,
like
but
a
for some
pretty
people,
gentle.
for some people that are not used to walking that kind of stuff, it's like a mission. And you were the one where we went to Walter Sisulu Gardens.
Yeah.
And then we had the picnic afterwards.
Yeah. Now
we walk up to the top there
that
to the
uphill
waterfall.
was pretty steep. Like
But that's not too bad.
yeah, it's
I've done
just
that thing where I've gone all the way along the like the river. Because I mean, obviously there's a river that comes to the waterfall.
yeah.
So I'll tell you a story. When I was a kid, I used to live in Warra Park.
Where is that?
It's like Krugersdorp side.
Okay.
So it's Rudderput, but it's on the basically at the end of our street was the border for Krugersdorp, if I remember correctly. So if you walked straight down the street that I lived in, you went all the way down to the bottom, you went across over into the next suburb because there was like a double carriageway because there used to be a drive-in right there, and they had this double carriageway going in and out. So obviously for when all the people leave the drive-in, they can get out quickly. So you go over this double carriageway into the next suburb, which I think was part of Krugersdorp, and you walked all the way down to the end, and then you got to like a piece of felt, and then it was like almost like an escarpment kind of thing, and you could walk all the way down, you get to the river that would go all the way down to Walter Sisulu Gardens.
Wow.
And that's where, like when I was a kid, that's where I used to go and play.
So
My
you're
mates
actually
and
not
I-
that far away. You're not that far away from there.
Well, yeah, I wasn't, So,
Because
but it was,
if it was a reasonable like walking distance, you must have been pretty close by. The place is really cool though. It's a really nice place. But as far as I remember, like a lot of these botanical gardens, they don't allow picnicking yet. Not level 2.
Okay. Because I enjoy going to
Yeah.
Walter Sisulu.
Yeah.
But obviously when it's not too busy in park, because it can get busy.
It is going to get busy because there's a lot of like stuff for the kids to do and everything. So I went to, I think 2 weekends ago, I went to last weekend, went to the rustic farm in Pretoria, or rustic farm in Pretoria, just off Pretoria. It's got some amazing hiking trails, basically just going up the Quartzside Ridge, but pretty steep, like pretty heavy. We did a 13 kilometer hike. I was tired afterwards, properly tired, but like really good tired. I think that's also the reason I like my week is so good, is that I did that hike on the weekend. So I managed to get a really, really good rest the next day, and then,
So when I was in Standard 9, I went and did a hike with a couple of my mates from school. Our parents dropped us off in Eastern Transvaal.
Yeah.
And we did the Fani Buerta hike. We went from Sabi all the way to God's Window.
Oh, that's awesome. How long was it?
It's a 5-day hike.
Solid.
We did it in 4 days.
Yeah.
Because we did the first 2 sections in the one. So like when you arrive, you start in a place called Ceylon, which is actually in Sabi. And it's like, you know, where all the like lumber places are. You know, I think there. So, and then the first night you only have to like, you park your car there, and then like you do a 5K walk, 5K hike, 5K walk. and then you get to the first chalet, and that's where you stay for the first night. But I think we arrived. I think we arrived on the right day, because obviously you've got to book this thing. So we booked it, and I think the day that we arrived, we decided, screw that, we're going to do the two sections first. I think it was. Or maybe I'm missing. No, I think we did the 5. Anyway, dude, it's fucking a long time ago.
Okay.
But anyway, so we had this hike, fucking amazing. It was in the middle of July.
It
The July holidays.
must have been cold there.
It was like this.
Cold.
Dude. Cold.
Did you guys sleep in the sleeping bags?
Mm. But the one day, so like, you know, I don't know if they do it anymore, but they would give you a map
Yeah.
of the hike and what the sort of like topology is.
Yeah.
And then they would say, okay, for this day, it's X amount of kilometers and it's so many hours and so on.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can work out. So the one day that we were doing, they said it was like only like 11 kilometers or 13 kilometers. But the estimated time is 8 hours to do
Must
the
have
hike.
been steep.
Like
Must have been steep.
yeah. Dude, we did that thing, and I think we did it in like 3 hours. That section.
Wow.
We
You
were
guys
we were motoring, dude.
You guys
We
must
were
have been
motoring.
pushing.
Yeah. So
I must take you with on one occasion.
Cool. Listen, I'm not fit anymore.
It's okay.
But, you know, it's like when I was in high school, my parents used to hike quite a lot.
Mm-hmm.
They would go away, you know, their group of friends. They used to go hiking quite often, and then some weekends I would join.
Mm-hmm.
And we did some awesome hikes. So
Mm-hmm.
Eastern Transvaal, Drakensberg,
Yeah.
really, really nice. I don't know. I mean, okay, like, that's going back quite a few years. I mean, I don't know what the safety is like anymore. Like, in a remote area, staying in a chalet, the doors don't lock.
Yeah.
I mean, what's the? I don't know. I'd love to find out what the level of safety is.
Yeah, I also don't know. I've never been like on hikes longer than a day. Day's hike. Like I think one of my best experiences was like in Canary Islands. We, like me and another guy I met, we hiked around the rim of the extinct volcano. It was amazing. It's 1,000 meter of elevation in the first like 2 or 3 kilometers.
Yo, geez, that's hectic.
Yeah.
It's like that.
It was steep. It was steep, and then basically all around the rim. It was amazing hike.
Yeah. Listen, dude, I reckon.
I think that's the longest hike that I've done, and most like kilometers I managed to cover, because once I tallied everything up, I think we've done close to like 28 kilometers in one day.
Wow. Yeah, that's hectic. Well, that's cool. Yeah, I must admit, I reckon hiking is probably one of the best outdoor activities
For sure.
that I can enjoy.
For sure.
I mean, riding adventure motorcycles is great,
Yeah.
but I mean, just hiking, and you've got a good group of friends, and you stop and you stay at the chalets for the night or the huts or whatever. You've taken your meat with you, and you braai there and have a couple of toots. I mean, that's one way. Like those weekends that I would go away for hiking would feel like you had been away for a week.
Because so good.
Yeah,
so
because you're getting exercise, you're out in nature, you're getting some fresh air, good company. I mean, like, I suppose you get that kind of thing if you go for a nice bike ride for the weekend with a group of guys, like the Bonafide guys or whatever. Like that Sabi trip.
How was that Sabi trip for you?
Man, it was awesome.
Huh?
Absolutely. Even the Swazi one that I did last year as well.
Yeah. Must try
It was just
join you
unbelievable,
guys in the next one.
Let's do the bubble run is nice because it's like almost like the year-end party for Bonafide.
Yeah.
And there's no dirt.
Yeah.
So you don't have to have a dirt bike.
Yeah.
There might be 1 or 2 dirt roads that you might need to ride to get to a venue.
Oh, but that's simple.
For like lunch or breakfast or whatever.
Yeah.
But you can handle that. It's not like the Sabi trip where it's like there's a 30k stretch of dirt. You know, you don't really want to do your road bike on that because it's going to get damaged.
Yeah.
Stone chips and
Yeah.
you know what I mean. But yeah, the bubble run is awesome. Really, really awesome. Because once you're in Sabi, the rides out there,
It's an amazing scenery. It's
Unbelievable.
really amazing scenery. Yeah.
I've got some onions stuck in my throat.
Clear it, dude. Clear it.
Yeah, no, that's. But again, you know, like I say, it's about the group of people that you're with
Yeah.
that makes such a difference to those kind of trips.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you're with the wrong people, it can go really badly. But
Yeah.
if you're the right group of guys and you're having fun, man, it's just.
And it's just chilled. Yeah.
Yeah. No, listen, I'd love to do that bubble run again this year. I must just check my dates for December.
Okay. Might join you guys. What national days are we celebrating today?
Fuck, I don't know. I haven't even checked yet. You're putting me on the spot here.
At least you got a bookmark.
Yeah.
Favorites.
Yeah, I mean, what sort of apps do you use for productivity? We've spoken about this before.
I use the Google Suite. Like, if I can summarize it, Google Suite and Trello.
Yeah. So I use, as you can see, I use Evernote.
Mm-hmm.
And then for work, I use OneNote.
Okay.
I remember Lester was talking about OneNote.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then I've got everything here for my podcast. And here I've got for Weekend Craic and for each episode. And if I go here, I can go to days of the year. What? Why are you looking at me like that?
I thought you were just gonna Google it.
Probably would have been quicker. I want you to brag about how organized I am.
You logged into the Evernote, then you found that link. Well
What
done,
was it
well
they-
done, well done. So today is the video games day. We all know the PlayStation, the PC, the Xbox, and the Game Boy. All of the myriad of examples of gaming devices out there in the world today. Gaming became a pervasive part of our culture, coloring everything from choices in.
So what video games do you play?
I play Overwatch
On PC, huh?
on PC. I'm pretty good at that as well.
So I used to be used to play a lot of games
Yeah.
back in the day. Some friends of mine and I, we used to do like play LAN games.
Yeah.
Guy would come around to my house early on Saturday morning, bring his box.
Yeah.
He would be in the one room, I'd be in the other room. We've got the network
LAN
cable.
LAN cable straight.
There was no Wi-Fi. It was fucking hardwired.
Yeah.
And then we would play Unreal tournaments against one another.
Awesome.
Flipping. We would play like the whole day. We would
I
play like
was-
for 12 hours.
I was just about to ask, were you like, which games era did you hit? Did you hit like Unreal Tournament, Quake,
No, Unreal
Arena,
Tournament.
Quake Arena type of?
No, I didn't do any Quake stuff.
Okay.
Just Unreal Tournament.
Do you remember Quake 1? Like the first Quake?
Yeah, more or less. I don't think I ever played it.
Rise of the
Probably.
Triads?
Mm-mm.
Never?
I only played Unreal Tournament.
Unreal Tournament. Okay.
I mean, I played Doom and that kind of stuff. But
Doom?
as LAN games,
Yeah.
it was Unreal Tournament.
Wow.
Mm.
Because I also used to play Unreal Tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, I was in this LAN clan type of situation. I think it was basically the early days of the gaming arena in South Africa. We went to a couple of competitions organized by. It was like one of the first rages, one of the first rages, where you bring a box and you set up and you basically try to get to the top tier of that competition, and then you do playoffs and finals and everything. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. And then swapped over to PlayStation.
Yeah.
And then, driving
How's-
games.
How's your experience like going from the PC to PlayStation?
It was pretty okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think, okay, so I didn't have my own PlayStation. I used to play my mate's PlayStation.
Yeah.
And then sometimes I'd borrow the PlayStation and then I would go hire games
Yeah.
from the video shop. And I enjoy that because, okay, then it's when I'm playing on my own, then it's like one player and I'm playing some rally game or
Yeah.
Gran Turismo or whatever it is. And I enjoy those kind of games. I enjoy the driving games. And I also like the first person stuff like the Unreal Tournament, but I haven't really got into that stuff on PlayStation. I've preferred the other games like the driving games and that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose, you know, like with the computer, you're playing with on the keyboard.
Yeah.
Whereas you're playing with a controller. But at one stage, what I did is I also had this. I think it was called Tokyo Touring Car game that I had on my PC. I love that game, and I had a Microsoft controller.
Yeah.
That plugged in with the game port.
Yeah.
At the back of my PC, and that was cool because then I could play those games. I could play games with that controller. And then they all went over to USB, and then it was a bit of a fuck up because the USB converter for the game port didn't work very well. Anyway, but and then PlayStation, and then like now I've got a PlayStation.
But you use it for streaming. Mostly.
Yeah, I use it as a media center.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like instead of having an Apple TV or Chromecast or whatever. But yeah, so I haven't really, I don't know, I just like feel sitting down to play games when I've got so many other things that I could be doing. I just find it just doesn't really work for me. Although, I have to say, recently, so I've got a couple of games. So I got Call of Duty Black Ops 3.
Nice.
Yeah, so I've played that a couple of times.
Yeah.
Quite a bit.
Do you play it online?
I have played it online. If I can get nailed. I mean, I'm
Are you one of those noobs? Just put your head out there and then it's.
I was playing in a game where you're only allowed to be using knives. I was using a machine gun and they still killed me. Okay? That puts it into perspective. And then I played with my cousin's son. He came around the one day, he wanted to make some t-shirts. So I was helping him out, and he also wanted to make some vinyl decal stickers. And so while we were waiting for his mom to pick him up, we were playing Call of Duty, and we were playing together. I didn't even stand a chance.
You serious?
No, I put no chance. Anyway, so, and then I've also got Gran Turismo 6.
Yeah.
Which I enjoy playing, you know.
You like racing games?
Yeah, I like racing games.
Oh, cool.
I'm a motorsport fan.
Awesome.
And then recently, I got Call of Duty World War II, and I'm busy playing the campaign now.
Okay.
And I'm actually enjoying that.
Awesome, man.
Really enjoying that.
Like try the multiplayer thing.
No.
Playing with other people is cool. Like, because, you know, like the bots think completely different and do completely different stuff to like other people. Like, you don't want to get your head sniped
My
from
week
halfway.
will go from a 7 to a fucking 1.
No, that's awesome.
Yeah. So video games day today. Have you? I also had a Nintendo for something.
Yeah.
When they brought that out, where you could play table tennis and tennis. I used to enjoy that. That was actually quite cool.
Yeah.
Because you're actually active.
So one of the things that I'm considering is that trying to like experiment with the VR games. So like getting a VR headset, like HTC Vive. But I know Sony's got a really good gig in terms of like PlayStation VR
I
thing.
suppose now that I've got myself a decent computer, I can also do the VR.
Yeah,
thing.
you can for sure.
That's a fucking good idea.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Oh.
High five.
High five, baby. Go wash your hands now.
Okay.
Go sanitize. I better not use this hand to eat. Yeah. But that's actually a good idea. I never thought about that because I always thought, you know, the problem with those flipping things, you need a decent computer.
You got a decent graphics card that's VR capable, and you got a really good rig.
Thank you for that.
Pleasure.
How much do one of those headsets
I'm not
cost?
sure, but I'll do some
check it out.
R&D.
Okay, so it's it was the Vive.
HTC Vive, yeah.
HTC. Did you see the price of that?
Yeah.
Forget that. So the PlayStation one is $6,000.
Yeah,
But that's with the game console, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let's see here. $23,000, dude.
Yeah.
No, they can keep it. No, that's fine. It's not a good idea. Now I know why I didn't get into it.
I think that it will get cheaper. It will get progressively cheaper.
Oh my god. But is this the one that you... it must be the... Yeah, it is the one that you hook up to the computer.
Yeah.
There's the cable.
Yep.
That is so wrong. And that's just the starter kit.
It's just a starter kit, yeah.
Here you get the Pro full kit.
From E-Tech.
Yeah. What's the difference between the starter? What is this?
It's just the sensors.
Oh, those are the sensors you
Yeah.
put around.
Yeah.
So yeah. So tell you where. Okay. Okay. So what's the difference between the starter and the Pro? Yeah, dude, you got to be seriously into gaming to go and drop 33,000 bucks on a oh god, these things are too expensive.
Well, the PlayStation one is actually, since you got a PlayStation, right? They're not as expensive and they're pretty cool. You got some really cool games.
But now the PlayStation 5's coming out.
Yeah.
See how much that thing's gonna cost?
No,
17,000 bucks, dude.
you're joking. But you're not planning to get it, right? Because
No, well, no.
because
So I'm just saying, in
Yeah.
comparison, you pick up one for $5,000 now.
yeah.
Now it's like 17,000.
Yeah.
It's a big jump.
It's a huge jump.
You know, gone were the days where computer costs would like stay the same, but the technology would get better. But you know what I mean? It was like this every week. The price of something would go down, whereas the new stuff was coming in. But the new stuff was always coming in at, let's say, 6,000 rand for a graphics card. The new graphics card would come in at 6,000 rand. The one that was 6,000 rand a month ago is now
Dropped because it's an old tech.
5,200.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but gone are the days because it's like slowly creeping up like that. But I
It
suppose
is
it's
creeping
exchange rate and
It is
all that
creeping
kind of
up.
stuff.
It is creeping up, but part of it is exchange rate. Part of it is because it is getting more expensive because they're trying to recoup the R&D costs
yeah.
from, creating that product. So that's that new graphics card.
Anyway,
On that happy note,
the boys' toys are expensive.
yeah,
Jeez, dude, we're already 20 past 11.
yeah, doing so
Done
well.
pretty well, man.
Yeah,
That food was good. That food was good.
and Wimpy is amazing.
It's good. So should we wrap it up?
Let's do it.
I wonder if anyone actually tuned in today. Come on. Okay, one person popped in there. That was me.
You think so?
I don't know. Yeah. So the thing is that what I've noticed is that if I half an hour before the live stream, I scheduled this live stream and I say it's going to be in an hour's time or half an hour's time. Actually, more people tune in than if I just start.
Yeah.
I didn't do that this morning, so I don't know how many. Stream health, video clipping, questions. Nothing. Cool. Anyway. There's old Derek. Great chat, guys. Always good. Especially to Derek. I don't know if I've spoken about Derek before. Derek and I used to study together.
That's awesome.
Yeah. We've got a mutual friend, Alex McLaughlin. Yeah, but Derek's a good egg. Thanks for tuning in, Derek. Don't forget the next time you're in South Africa, we need to hook up for dinner or a drink or something like that. Cool. Let's rock and roll.
Let's rock and
Okay,
roll.
let's do the outro music. look. It's, yeah, so that was fun. It was nice to do it in the studio for a change. Look, Mom, no hands. Just gonna go sanitize my hands quickly. Anyway, there was good stuff. We'll catch everyone.